Welcome everyone to another Orff on the Go music class with me, Miss Chloe. As always, we're going to start with our hello song. Hello, 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 hello. I'm glad you're here today to sing and play, and now we're on our way. Wonderful. Thanks for singing hello with me. And now we'll go to our weather song. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Tell me, children, what's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it sunny? Is it rainy? Is it windy out today? Tell me, children, what's the weather? What's the weather like today? All right, so I'll share with you what the weather is like for me today. Today it is cloudy, but earlier it was a bit sunny when I was taking my doggie out for a walk. But now it seems to be quite cloudy. So we are going to start today with a song called Little Peter Rabbit Had a Fly Upon His Ear. And this is a really fun song because what's going to happen is we sing the whole song together to start, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start taking out words from the song, and instead of singing words, we're going to be doing an action to replace that word. So I'll explain that more as we go along. All right, so the song sounds like this. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear, and he flicked it till it flew away. So that's how the whole song goes. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear. And then we sing it again. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear. And again, little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear, and he flicked it and it flew away. Those are all the words to the song. So let's try singing it together. Here we go. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear, and he flicked it till it flew away. Okay, so this time we are going to take out the word rabbit. So instead of singing, Little Peter Rabbit, what you're going to do is instead of singing the word rabbit, you're going to put your arms up like tall bunny ears. So it'll look like this. Little Peter, like that. So every time we're supposed to sing the word rabbit in our song, we're not going to sing it. Instead, we're just going to put our arms up instead of singing the word rabbit. Okay, let's see if we can try. Here we go. Little Peter had a fly upon his ear. Little Peter had a fly upon his ear. Little Peter had a fly upon his ear, and he flicked it till it flew away. Good job. So now when we sing it, we are still going to keep our bunny ears for the word rabbit, so we still won't be singing rabbit, but the next word we're not going to sing is fly. So that's the fly that goes upon Peter Rabbit's ear. So instead of singing the word fly, can you do this? So I'm taking my thumbs, putting them together, and these are the fly's wings. So instead of singing fly, we're going to do this with our hands. Okay, so for rabbit, we do our arms up like bunny ears, and for fly, we do our wings like this. Okay, let's try. Little Peter had upon his ear. Little Peter had upon his ear. Little Peter had upon his ear, and he flicked it till it flew away. Awesome. Okay, the next word we are going to take away is ear. So instead of singing the word ear, you get to just show me your ear. You can wiggle it out a little bit like that. So for rabbit, we have our bunny ears. For fly, we have our fly going like this. And for ear, we have this. All right, let's give it a try. Little Peter had upon his. Little Peter had upon his. Little Peter had upon his, and he flicked it till he flew away. Wowee. Okay, we have one more thing to take away from our song, and that is the last part, which is flicked it till it flew away. So what we're going to do is we're going to flick it. Pretend to flick your ear. Don't actually flick your ear because it might hurt. So pretend to flick your ear. Flick it till it flew away. And you can show me that flying away. Okay? So again, flicked it till it flew away. Okay, so we have bunny ears for rabbit. We have our fly. We have our ear. And now we have flicked it till it flew away. Here we go. Little Peter had upon his. Little Peter had upon his. Little Peter had upon his, and he. Awesome. I hope you had fun singing that song. If that was tricky, you can always rewind and try again. All right. So now we're going to a song called Go Round and Round the Village. And what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to play the tune for you, and then I'll show you how we're going to sing it and how we can use some instruments for this song. Okay? So here's the tune of the song. Great. Now I will sing the first verse for you. This song is called Go Round and Round the Village. Go round and round the village. Go round and round the village. Go round and round the village as we have done before. Wonderful. So for this verse, we are going to have an action that goes like this to show going round and round. So we're going to be doing this action for almost the whole first verse. Go round and round the village, go round and round the village, go round and round the village, and then for the last part, as we have done before, I was wondering if maybe you could have something to shake. I'm going to use my toothpicks in my plastic container. So like this. As we have done before. If you need to go find a shaking instrument, you can do so now by pausing the video and coming back. So if you have your shaking instrument, we are going to try shaking that last part together as we have done before. Here we go. As we have done before. Good, let's try it again. Here we go. As we have done And one more time. As we have done before. Awesome. So I'm going to keep my shaking instrument close by because we have to go straight from our actions to shaking for the last part of the song. So let's try that first verse together. Go round and round the village with our round arms like this. I'll count to 4 so we can start together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go round and round the village. Go round and round the village. Go round and round the village as we have done before. Well done. So now our next verse is go in and out the windows. So we're going to pretend we're going in and out the windows. Go in and out the windows. One more time. Go in and out the windows as we have done before. Let's try singing it now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go in and out the windows. Go in and out the windows. Go in and out the windows as we have done before. Wonderful. Our next verse is now bow to your neighbors. Now to bow is, you may have seen people do that, like when after they perform something, they bow. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands here and we're going to bow and bow and bow to our neighbors. Okay? So now bow to your neighbors. The rhythm will be like this. Now bow to your neighbors. Other side. Now bow to your neighbors. How about front now? Now bow to your neighbors as we have done before. Wonderful. Now we're going to sing it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now bow to your neighbors. Now bow to your neighbors. Now bow to your neighbors as we have done before. Awesome. Now to finish off the song, we're going to repeat our first verse, which was go round and round the village. After I count to 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go round and round the village. Go round and round the village. Go round and round the village as we have done before. Good. I hope you had fun shaking in that song. For our next song, we are going to need something that's like a drum. Anything you can tap like a drum. For example, a container like this. We're going to be singing a song called Aiken Drum, which is a song about the person who lives in the moon named Aiken Drum. So if you need to go grab something to tap now, please do so. You can pause the video and come back. Okay. So I'm going to sing the first verse for you, and you will see that it's the end of the verse that I'm going to be using my drum. So it sounds like this. There was a man lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. So you can see I only tapped my drum 3 times at the end when I said his name, which is Aiken Drum. And his name was Aiken Drum. Can you try that with me? And his name was Aiken Drum. Can you try again one more time? And his name was Aiken Drum. Wonderful. All right, so that whole first verse, the words were, there was a man lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. Let's sing it together on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was a man lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. Wonderful. And now, if you have one of these at your house, this is a ladle. It's a kitchen utensil that's often used to scoop out things like soup, stews, different things like that. So if you have a ladle you can use, you can go get it now, pause the video and come back. Okay, so we're going to be using our ladle in this verse because it says, and he played upon a ladle. We're going to pretend the ladle is a guitar. Like this. Can you strum your ladle like it's a guitar? Good. So we're going to be strumming while we sing, and he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle, and he played upon a ladle. Then you can use your ladle for the Aiken Drum part. All right, so I'll just keep that a little bit to the side so you can see my ladle guitar. Okay, so on the count of 4, we're going to sing, and he played upon a ladle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. And he played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. Wonderful. You can put your ladle to the side. We're still going to need our drum. The next verse is about Aiken Drum's hair. And you might not have thought of this, but Aiken Drum's hair is made of spaghetti. So we're going to be singing, and his hair, it was spaghetti. And can you show me those long strands of spaghetti coming down? And then at the end, you can use those long strands of spaghetti to go do your Aiken Drum. Okay, so the words are, and his hair, it was spaghetti. Okay, on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And his hair, it was spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. And his hair, it was spaghetti, and his name was Aiken Drum. Awesome. Now we're going to talk about Aiken Drum's eyes. Aiken Drum's eyes were meatballs. And his eyes, they were meatballs. So can you show me meatball eyes by making little circles with your hands and putting them here? And then you can use your meatballs to do our Aiken Drum at the end. Okay, so the words are, and his eyes, they were meatballs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And his eyes, they were meatballs, meatballs, meatballs. And his eyes, they were meatballs, and his name was Aiken Drum. Good. Now we're going to talk about his feet. And for this one, I'm going to move my xylophone to the side. And you're going to use your feet, and you're going to stomp your feet. You know what his feet were? Loaves of bread. So imagine your feet are loaves of bread. And we're going to be saying, and his feet, they were loaves of bread. So we're going to be stomping when we do loaves of bread, like that. Okay? And then still have your drum nearby so you can still tap Aiken Drum. Okay, on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And his feet, they were loaves of bread, loaves of bread, loaves of bread. And his feet, they were loaves of bread, and his name was Aiken Drum. Awesome. We're going to talk about one more part of Aiken Drum, and those are his arms. And his arms were something else that's yummy. How about cucumbers? So we're going to sing, and his arms, they were cucumbers, cucumbers, cucumbers. So we're going to have this action of our arms going up when we say cucumbers, cucumbers. Okay, so we can start with our arms like this. And of course, our drum is nearby for Aiken Drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. And his arms they were cucumbers, cucumbers, cucumbers. And his arms they were cucumbers. And his name was Aiken Drum. Awesome. All right, friends, it's now time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me for music class this week. Here we go. We'll sing goodbye, our time is done. We'll sing goodbye to everyone. We'll sing goodbye, this song will tell. You make music very well. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed this music class. See you next time.